So, not the best news for Jay-Z right now. He's facing growing pressure from people who were once signed under his label Roc Nation. We've got artists like Bobby Shmurda, who is now, guys, openly threatening to slap Jay-Z in a new statement he just put out. He says he's fed up with the management experience he's had under Roc Nation since signing in 2021. And honestly, I don't know about you, but it feels like a lot of artists who sign there end up fading out. I genuinely don't get why that keeps happening. We even talked recently about Era Star and, yeah, I might be saying her name wrong, but everything about her image seems to have shifted. She was recently on the Jennifer Hudson show, and people were questioning her outfit and this whole new style direction. It just feels muted. Now musically, sure, the quality is still there in my opinion, but I'm not hearing her everywhere. Meanwhile, I keep seeing artists like Tyla and Zara Larsson all over the place, constantly pushed with heavy promo. That same energy, I'm just not seeing it for her. And I already broke that down in a previous video. It somehow circles back to Roc Nation. Then you've got Jess Glynn, who actually left the label and made it clear she wasn't happy with how she was treated. And now it seems like Bobby Shmurda is heading down that same path. As for how this all kicked off, Bobby responded to a streamer asking if Jay-Z runs hip-hop, and his response was wild. He basically said, "Aw man, forget them. He don't run anything. I'll slap Jay-Z. I don't fight, I shoot." So now we're not just talking frustration. He's making serious threats. He goes on about how lessons come with blessings, saying stealing, cheating, and lying don't make you a boss or a smart businessman. Even if you made $1 billion, you're still a bum. Then he throws in this comparison: if someone steals millions, does that suddenly make them respectable? Or are they still the same person? So essentially, he's accusing Jay-Z of being a corrupt figure, someone who built wealth through shady means, not real leadership. And on top of that, he's talking about slapping him, even going further than that. But let's be real, Jay-Z isn't exactly someone you can just run up on like that. Still, it's interesting, because this is yet another artist publicly expressing frustration after being tied to Roc Nation. Now yes, Bobby has his own history. He's been in prison and accountability matters. That definitely impacted his career too. So this isn't all on the label. There is a pattern here. You've got names like Rita Ora, Era Star, Jess Glynn, and Bobby Shmurda, artists who at one point had momentum but then seemed to disappear or stall. I'm not seeing the push, the promo, the visibility, and nowadays you'll notice this cycle. Big celebration when someone signs to Roc Nation. Posts everywhere. Hype is high. And then silence. It drops off. Visibility fades. It's like a negative pattern. We just don't see them the same way anymore. It feels like Roc Nation is focusing heavily on its biggest names, like Beyoncé, along with Megan Thee Stallion, while juggling multiple legal and financial issues. You've even got situations involving Desiree Perez, where insurance disputes turned into court drama. All of this internal tension could be part of the problem. And honestly, it echoes what people used to say about Bad Boy Records back in the day under Sean Diddy Combs. Big hype at first, then artists slowly disappearing while focus stayed on a select few. So how many more artists are going to come out? Bobby saying he'd slap Jay-Z. I mean, let's be real, that's probably not happening. Jay-Z isn't letting that slide, but it still grabs attention. At the same time, I don't see how statements like that actually help Bobby's career. Either way, this isn't a great look for Jay-Z, especially with multiple artists recently expressing distrust or leaving Roc Nation altogether. It challenges that a leader image he talks about, like in his GQ interview where he described himself as a realist. But when you look at some of his moves, like certain associations, it raises eyebrows. Now, switching gears, 50 Cent is also dealing with serious allegations involving his ex, Shaniqua Tompkins. He's still pursuing $1 million from her in a case that goes all the way back to 2007, even though she reportedly doesn't have that kind of money. In a new sworn affidavit, she claims that during a past incident, he allegedly grabbed her by the hair, dragged her across the office, threw her to the floor, and started choking her, threatening to humiliate her if she didn't sign paperwork. Those are heavy accusations, especially considering how vocal 50 has been about calling out Dee Dee and supporting victims. It raises the question, how is this any different from what Cassie Ventura accused Dee Dee of? Now, 50's legal team has denied everything, saying the court should focus on current issues, not past claims. But still, it puts him in a tough spot publicly. Do I believe her? Honestly, it sounds believable. I don't see why 50 would be surrounded by all this chaos and somehow be completely untouched by it. That doesn't add up to me, and this isn't new behavior either. Look at his long-running legal issues with Tierra Mary. After her case against him was dismissed, she was ordered to pay tens of thousands in legal fees, and 50 kept pushing, filing papers, calling her out publicly when she couldn't pay. Same pattern here, dragging things out, holding on to legal battles and pressing for money. Whether she had it or not is another question, but it's consistent behavior. So yeah, these new allegations, they're just that. Allegations, not proven fact. But they're serious, and they definitely add another layer to everything going on. At this point, it feels like there's always something: court cases, new filings, accusations. One day it's a trial, the next it's new documents. It really doesn't stop. Let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to subscribe, drop your thoughts below, and hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.